Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English Learning Podcast, where we help you speak English naturally and confidently in your daily life. I'm Evan, your teacher and guide, and today we're going to talk about something very important and very practical, your daily life. Yes, the things you do every single day, from waking up in the morning to going to bed at night. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm here with Anna, who is learning English just like you. Say hi, Anna.
Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be here again. I think today's topic is very useful because honestly, I always struggle to talk about my daily routine in English. Like, I know the words, but when I try to speak, I get confused, and sometimes I forget simple things.
That's completely normal, Anna. Don't worry. And actually, that's exactly why this episode will help you and all our listeners too. Talking about daily life is one of the most common conversations in English. People often ask questions like, "What do you do every day?" or "What's your routine?" So today, we'll practice how to answer these questions naturally.
That sounds great because when someone asks me, "What do you do every day?" I usually say something like, "I wake up, I eat, I go to work," and it sounds very boring and maybe not correct.
It's not wrong, but yes, it can sound a bit too simple or robotic. Today, I'll help you make your sentences more natural, more detailed, and more interesting. We'll also learn how to connect ideas, use the right tenses, and sound more like a real English speaker.
Oh, I like that. Sound like a real English speaker. That's my goal. But Evan, can I ask something? Should we use present tense when we talk about daily life?
That's a great question, Anna, and the answer is yes. Most of the time, we use the present simple tense to talk about daily routines. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m., or I go to work at 9. Don't worry, we'll explain this step by step later in the episode.
Okay, that makes me feel better already. I think I just need more practice and maybe more confidence.
Exactly, and that's what this podcast is all about: practice, confidence, and learning in a relaxed way. So, dear listeners, if you sometimes feel shy or unsure when speaking English, you are not alone. Just relax, listen carefully, and try to repeat after us.
Yes, and maybe you can even talk about your own daily routine while listening to us. That could be fun.
That's a fantastic idea, Anna. All right, everyone, in the next section, we're going to start with the basics: how to describe your morning routine in simple and natural English. All right, let's jump into our morning routine, one of the easiest and most useful topics to talk about in English. Anna, I'm going to ask you a simple question, and don't worry about being perfect. Just speak naturally. So, what do you usually do in the morning?
Okay, let me try. I wake up at 7 o'clock, then I brush my teeth and I eat breakfast. After that, I go to work. See, it's very simple again.
That's actually a great start, Anna. You're using the correct tense and your ideas are clear. Now, let's make it sound a bit more natural and detailed. Instead of listing actions one by one, you can connect them. For example, you could say, I usually wake up at 7 a.m., then I brush my teeth and have breakfast before going to work.
Oh, I see. So I should connect the sentences instead of stopping after every action.
Exactly. Native speakers often connect ideas to make their speech smoother. You can use words like then, after that, before, and. Try again, Anna. This time, make it a little longer.
Okay, I'll try. I usually wake up at 7 a.m., then I brush my teeth and wash my face. After that, I have breakfast, and then I go to work. Is that better?
That's much better. It sounds more natural already. Now, let's make it even more interesting by adding a little detail. For example, what do you eat for breakfast?
Oh, that's easy. I usually eat eggs and bread, and I drink tea. I love tea in the morning.
Great. Now combine that into your routine.
All right. I usually wake up at 7 a.m., then I brush my teeth and wash my face. After that, I have breakfast. I usually eat eggs and bread and drink tea. Then I go to work. Smiles.
Perfect. That sounds very natural. You see how adding small details makes your English more interesting? It also helps people understand you better.
Yes, I feel more confident now. But Evan, sometimes I don't know which verb to use. For example, should I say eat breakfast or have breakfast?
That's a very common question. Both are correct, but have breakfast is more commonly used in everyday English. So instead of saying I eat breakfast, it's more natural to say I have breakfast.
Ah, okay, so have breakfast, have lunch, and have dinner, right?
Exactly. You've got it. And here's another tip. Instead of always saying I wake up, you can sometimes say I get up. They are very similar, but wake up means opening your eyes, and get up means leaving your bed.
Oh, that's interesting. So first I wake up and then I get up.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to understand it.
This is actually fun. I didn't know talking about my morning could be so detailed. Usually I just say one sentence and stop.
And that's what we're improving today, making your English longer, smoother, and more natural. All right, listeners, now it's your turn. Try to describe your own morning routine. Use simple present tense, connect your ideas, and add small details like food, time, or habits.
Yes, and don't worry if you make mistakes. Just keep speaking.
Exactly. In the next section, we'll talk about your daily activities during the day, like work, study, and free time. All right, welcome back. Now that we've talked about the morning routine, let's move on to what you do during the day, your daytime activities. This usually includes work, school, studying, or anything you do between morning and evening. Anna, are you ready?
I think so, but I feel this part might be a little difficult for me.
That's okay. That's why we're practicing. Let's keep it simple at first. So, Anna, what do you usually do during the day?
Okay. I go to work at 9 a.m. and I work until 5 p.m. I sit on my computer and I do my tasks. And sometimes I talk to my coworkers. It sounds a bit boring.
Not boring at all. That's real life. And you did a good job. Now let's improve it step by step. Instead of repeating I again and again, we can combine ideas and make it flow better. For example, I usually start work at 9 a.m. and continue until 5 p.m. working on my computer and talking to my coworkers.
Oh, that sounds much smoother. You didn't repeat I so many times.
Exactly. Reducing repetition makes your English sound more natural. Now let's add a bit more detail. What kind of tasks do you do?
I write emails, check documents, and sometimes attend meetings. Oh, and I drink coffee. That's very important.
Yes, coffee is essential for many people. All right, now try to combine everything into one natural description.
Okay, let me try. I usually start work at 9 a.m. and continue until 5 p.m. working on my computer. I write emails, check documents, and sometimes attend meetings. I also talk to my coworkers and drink coffee during the day.
That was excellent, Anna. That's a full and natural answer. You see how much you improved from just a few short sentences?
Yes, I feel it. It's like I just needed to know how to connect everything together.
Exactly. Now here's another useful tip. You can use frequency words like usually, sometimes, often, and rarely to make your sentences more expressive.
Oh, yes, I hear those words a lot, like I usually work or I sometimes take a break, right?
Perfect examples. These words help you describe how often you do something. For instance, I usually have meetings in the afternoon, or I sometimes go out for lunch.
Oh, speaking of lunch, I forgot to mention that. I usually have lunch at around 1 p.m.
Great. Add that to your description.
All right. I usually start work at 9 a.m. and continue until 5 p.m. working on my computer. I write emails, check documents, and sometimes attend meetings. I usually have lunch at around 1 p.m., and I also talk to my coworkers and drink coffee during the day.
That's fantastic. That sounds like a natural, confident English speaker.
Really? That makes me so happy.
You should be happy. You're improving step by step. All right, listeners, now it's your turn again. Try to describe your daytime activities. Think about your work, your studies, your breaks, and your habits. Use connecting words and frequency words to make your sentences richer.
Yes, and don't forget to include small details like lunch, coffee, or even short breaks.
So far, we've talked about your morning and daytime activities. Now it's time to relax a little and talk about what you do in the evening, after work or school. Anna, this is usually the more enjoyable part of the day, right?
Yes, definitely. Evening is my favorite time because I can finally relax, but I'm not sure how to describe it well in English.
No problem. That's what we're here for. Let's start simple again. Anna, what do you usually do in the evening?
Okay, after work, I go home and I eat dinner. Then I watch TV, and sometimes I use my phone. And then I sleep.
That's a very honest answer and a very common routine. Now let's improve it just like we did before. Instead of short, separate sentences, let's connect your ideas and add some detail.
All right, I'll try. After work, I usually go home and have dinner. Then I watch TV and sometimes use my phone before going to sleep. Is that better?
Yes, that's already much smoother. Now let's make it more interesting. What do you usually watch on TV?
Oh, I usually watch dramas or sometimes movies. And I also like watching videos online.
Great, add that in. And instead of saying, use my phone, you can say something more specific like scroll through social media or watch videos online.
Oh, that sounds much better. Okay, let me try again. After work, I usually go home and have dinner. I watch TV. I usually watch dramas or movies. And sometimes I scroll through social media or watch videos online before going to sleep. Smiles.
That's excellent, Anna. Very natural and detailed. Now, let me give you another useful tip. You can also talk about feelings in your evening routine. For example, you can say, I feel tired, or I like to relax.
Oh, that's nice, because I always feel tired in the evening.
Most people do. Try adding that feeling to your sentence.
Okay. After work, I usually go home and have dinner. I often feel tired, so I like to relax by watching TV. I usually watch dramas or movies, and sometimes I scroll through social media or watch videos online before going to sleep. Smiles.
Perfect. That sounds very natural and expressive. You're not just saying what you do, you're also sharing how you feel.
Yes, I like that. It makes my English sound more human.
Exactly, that's the goal. All right, listeners, now it's your turn again. Think about your evening routine. What do you do after work or school? Do you relax, study, exercise, or spend time with family? Try to describe it using full, connected sentences, and don't forget to include your feelings.
Yes, and you can also talk about things you enjoy, like watching shows, reading, or chatting with friends.
Great point. So far, we've talked about your morning, your daytime activities, and your evening routine. Now it's time to bring everything together and describe your full daily life in one smooth and natural answer. Anna, are you ready for the final challenge?
I think so. I'm a little nervous, but also excited. Let's try.
That's the spirit. Take your time, speak naturally, and don't worry about mistakes. Just imagine someone asks you, what do you usually do every day? Go ahead.
Okay, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. and then I brush my teeth and wash my face. After that, I have breakfast. I usually eat eggs and bread and drink tea. Then I go to work. I usually start work at 9 a.m. and continue until 5 p.m. working on my computer. I write emails, check documents, and sometimes attend meetings. I usually have lunch at 1 p.m., and I also talk to my coworkers and drink coffee during the day. After work, I go home and have dinner. I often feel tired, so I like to relax by watching TV. I usually watch dramas or movies, and sometimes I scroll through social media or watch videos online before going to sleep. Wow, that was long.
That was amazing, Anna. Seriously, that was clear, natural, and very well structured. You connected your ideas, used the present simple tense correctly, added details, and even included your feelings.
Really? I can't believe I said all that. At the beginning, I could only say like 3 short sentences.
And now you can describe your entire day with confidence. That's real progress. Let's quickly review what we learned today. Use present simple tense for daily routines. Connect your ideas using words like then, after that, and so. Add details like time, food, and activities. Use frequency words like usually, sometimes, and often. And don't forget to include feelings to sound more natural.
Yes, and I think the most important thing is practice, because the more I speak, the easier it becomes.
Exactly. Practice is the key. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. That's how you improve.
I feel much more confident now. Next time someone asks me about my daily routine, I won't be afraid.
That's wonderful to hear. And to all our listeners, remember you can do the same. Try to describe your daily life out loud, just like Anna did. You can even record yourself and listen again.
Oh, that's a great idea. Maybe I'll try that too.
All right, everyone, that's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed learning how to talk about your daily life in English.
Thank you so much for listening, and keep practicing. You've got this.
See you next time. Take care and keep speaking English every day.
Bye, everyone.